what I want from the YouTube channel that I'm working on called A Walk in the Light. And it's for mental health and for making the world a better place, honestly. I am not an amazing person. I'm just a normal guy. One of the things I was thinking about in driving home that ties to my mental health. So right now, I'm on the freeway. It's rush hour traffic. It's 5:02 at night. I'm in Utah County, which is one of the busiest counties in Utah for traffic, right? There's lots of people out here. I have my work truck set on adaptive cruise control. It's set to the company's requested speed limit of 70 miles an hour. I'm currently following the truck in front of me. Spaced out, I'm doing around 60. Typically, I would be trying to get home as fast as possible, which would mean driving in and out of traffic at around as close to 70 miles an hour as possible, or 72 or 73, right? But right now, I'm just following the truck ahead of me, and I'm a lot more relaxed, which is better, I think, for my mental health, especially when I get home. I'm also listening to an Infinite guitar for stress relief from the Calm app. The Calm app is one of my favorite apps. You know, I honestly did not think meditation was helpful when I started trying to claw my way back from depression. When I was in the grips of it, and I still am in a lot of ways, I just didn't think that meditation would be helpful, or grounding techniques. And, you know, grounding techniques and meditation are really close together, but it's a way to get out of your thinking mind. If your mind's anything like mine, it just goes and goes and goes and goes. And so I'm trying to combat that, and I found that doing 10-minute meditation sessions, most of the time I do mine either like at a break during lunch, or if I'm super stressed out at the beginning of my shift at work. Let's say I've got to the hospital, I get the sets I'm supposed to work on. If I start being really stressed out, I'll take a second, 10 minutes, I'll stop, I'll do a meditation, and that helps to get me recentered and refocused on the day. I haven't done it yet, but I should before meetings in my company where I'm frustrated the way that things are being ran. I have a tendency to let my emotions on a subject build up, and then I vomit my emotions on other people in meetings, and that's not helpful. It's not helpful to me. It's not helpful to any of them. So I should do meditations before those meetings, which I haven't done yet, but I need to do. I haven't done my meditation for today, but one thing I've tried to do is just focus on not being so upset about things, just kind of going with the flow a little bit. I am a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I am a Christian. One thing that I believe is that the more we become like Jesus Christ, the better people will be in general. And even if you're not a Christian, if you try to follow the principles that Jesus taught when he was on the earth, you will be a better person in general. And so I was listening to some podcasts about religion today, and about the Old Testament and science, and it was calming. Like lots of times I like to listen to the Joe Rogan Experience or Sean Ryan, and there's lots of things that get discussed on those podcasts to get upset about, like what's going on in the world currently with either political party in the United States or with, you know, the wars in other countries. It's a lot to freak yourself out about, and you know, could create additional anxiety about the world. And I'm trying right now just to be calm and trying to see how this affects my attitude at home when I get home to my family. Like right now, I have a little bit of a headache, my neck's sore, my head's hurting, so that's part of it's from my hat. Yeah, anyways, it's not going to contribute well to a good feeling at home. So meditation and just being calm will help. Now you can listen to music during the day that motivates you, but is more calming. If that makes any sense. I love rock music. I love metal, like Metallica. I don't know if you can call that metal. I don't know how to define these terms anymore. I like rock, but it never does anything good for my mind. It helps me to move faster, but then it puts me in a more agitated state. The biggest thing I was just thinking about is, well, talking to people, whoever decides to see this, in your life, try to figure out how to be more calm. Through the music you listen to, through the media you consume, social media, you know, scrolling through Instagram and Facebook definitely can raise your anxiety levels, and it's not helpful. Trying to be a good Christian, or, you know, let's say if you're following Buddhism, they try to make themselves better people. The more, all right, this is starting to get a little bit ridiculous. Now I'm doing. See, now I'm going to change lanes. I'm doing about 45 on the freeway, and it's a little bit ridiculous. So I'm going to change lanes and speed up here. Yeah, the peaceful sects of Islam are definitely encouraging their believers to be focused on God and to generally be a good person. And I think that is what's great about, what can be great about religion, is if you try to be a better person, try to be kind and more loving to everybody, is huge. And this world needs more of that. And I would say that if more people lived in harmony, in alignment with the teachings of Jesus, which are similar in like Buddhism, Zen Buddhism. I don't know those religions all that well. I've learned some about them. But just trying to be a better, more mindful person and not getting taken away by social media or the whims of other people, we create a better place. And it would make it so we don't need to find a leader in the United States, for example, that is the one that is going to fix everything. Donald Trump's cult of personality and the way he's ran is like, yep, he's the guy. He's going to fix everything for you. You don't want a guy that will fix everything for you. You want to be the change that you want to see. Putting your faith into a political leader is not the answer. And it's not to say that I 100% agree with or 100% disagree with everything Donald Trump's doing, or that everything Joe Biden did. It's silly. But trying to live in harmony with the teachings of Jesus Christ, especially of love one another as I have loved you. You know, that's huge. That's a solution. And a way to get to that mindset of loving people is just not being angry at them all the time. Like, as I have tried to bring myself closer to living like Jesus Christ, the more I have grace for other people and their actions. I'm not anywhere near to perfect on this. I still have a lot of problems where I am not, at different times, living in harmony with those teachings. I can do better. Mindfulness, meditation is one way that I have found, and I think if done with the idea that you want to change and become better, mindfulness leads you to be less reactive. Emotionally, like something happens and you have an emotional outpouring or response to whatever is inputs you're receiving. And I can't explain how it happens, but I do know that as the more I've done meditation and tried daily to be more mindful and more present in the moment, the easier it is for me to not be so reactive. And that's huge. I think the world needs more of that, and that's what I want to do with a Walk in the Light channel. I'm going to pony up tonight, and I'm going to post this on that channel. It has, I don't know, no subscribers, and who knows if I'll ever get any, but this is, I feel as a follower of Jesus Christ, it's my duty to sing this, talk about these ideas to the world, to try to make the world a better place for everybody. Anyways, I think that's enough of my ramblings for tonight. But if you're still listening, try meditation. And when I say meditation, I don't mean a mantra. I like the meditations that come from Calm. They're simple. Focus on breathing. Focus on not getting sucked up in your thoughts. I find that very helpful for me, and I am recommending it to all of you. Wherever you are in the world, try it. It's not going to fix your problems all at once, and it will take steady effort of practicing meditation / mindfulness daily before you really start to disconnect so much from your emotions. And I plan on sharing my failures and my successes on my journey to better mental health. One of the things I do know, though, is that life is not meant to be easy. Life is not meant to be free of hard things, of pain. Life is meant to be a struggle and requiring you to rub up against situations and circumstances that are not pleasant. But through mindfulness and trying to be a better person, it's easier to get through those things. Anyways, that's it for now. I'm going to turn this little clip off. My ramblings are done for now. Yeah. Be good to everybody. Try your hardest. Jesus.